It's Kringle Time. Sit back and relax as we dive into a world of laughter and learning with the Kringle Brothers. Reminding us that we are better together.
Hey! Welcome to Kringle Time, everybody.
Hello. I'm just looking at all the wonderful people in the chat. Hello, Ken. Yes, he says hello, M&Ms. Now I want M&Ms.
I love M&Ms.
Did you see? I was watching the news. Did you see what they're coming out with the new flavor of M&Ms?
Oh, no, don't tease me.
It's banana bread.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they don't think it's going to go over big, but I'm kind of curious. You brought me those orange crush ones, and I killed the bag. Creamsicles, and I killed the bag. But Bill's with us, and Jerry Stevens, and Santa Allen down in Virginia. The Vineyard Santa's with us. Oh,
Jim and Randy's here, and Bill is here.
Yep. Oh, we got so many wonderful people with us today. Bill from Ontario. Welcome. So, Michael, how was your week?
Well, it's fun. It's one of those. It's been a little hectic. I participated in VBS, and tonight was the last night. But of course, I told the organizer that I have to see you, so I couldn't help out tonight. But Santa Jody was there, and I had a lot of fun. We were security, and I got to ride around the golf cart and then just teasing everybody, which was awesome.
Well, you're saying too that you're thinking about buying a golf cart anyway.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I like driving golf carts so much, but I also got my 3D printer this week, so my head's been full of learning X and Y axis and all of that stuff.
So you too could be the recipients once we get it perfected of maybe Kringle Brothers 3D printed stuff.
Too much fun.
Well, we do.
How about you, Michael?
Well, I had a crazy week. I will be honest with you. I'll share because anybody who knows me says I just shared sometimes way too much. I was actually down for the count with food poisoning.
Yep, I knew that.
Then I had a leak coming out of my breaker box last night. So yes, I had a visit from the fire department, looking at a new roof, a visit to the hospital. So yes, let's just say it's been fun.
Well, hopefully the show is a little bit more relaxing than for you.
Well, I love the show. I love the people. I love you. And you know what I do? I love our guest that's with us tonight.
Well, I'm really excited. We have a fine guest for you tonight. Well, you know what? Let's do this. I created a video of a lot of the stuff that he sent me. So would you please welcome Santa Carl White, or AKA Jolly Santa Blue Eyes.
Or a 3D printed version of their own.
And he has such magical eyes too.
How are you doing, Carl?
Hopefully I can make your week improve from here.
You already did, Carl. You just being on the show just made my week go. Michael made a comment earlier if I needed some honey because it helped Winnie Pooh's stomach. And then I thought, nothing. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Nobody heard me. All right, so I was too far back from the microphone.
I thought, oh no, his tummy's taking over and I can't hear him.
That'd be more like an alien thing going on. So, all right, Michael, why don't we run the video so everybody can get a good introduction to Santa Carl?
Well, this is just a touch. It's not everything he sent me, but it just gives you an idea. And then if you have a question from something that you saw, you can ask Carl, and I know that he'd be more than happy to share with us. So here we go. Maybe. There we go. welcome back.
That was awesome. You know, I love that video. I just love all your different looks, Carl. I mean, the bed with the socks was fantastic, but even the different kind of hats when you're at the LSU game. What's your favorite look?
Wait a second. You can't just pass that up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
which
you
one? Which one?
I think he was dressed for Purdue, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Look, I just saw
I am the
LSU.
Boilermaker. I know you Michigan guys may
Hey,
have a little different feeling
I
about that.
I look at it this way. Just like with politics, it's with sports. Santa is equal to everyone,
Yeah.
except when they bring that guy over there to a Lions game. Forget
Oh,
about it.
my
That's
God.
really, yeah. Well, hopefully we get to do that again. But in that video, Carl, I love how you gave us some of your family visits, your home visits, a little bit some parade work and some commercial work, and then also some virtual. Oh, that little girl kissing the
It
iPad.
was amazing.
Oh,
That was precious. The client sent that video to me after the thing was over of the little girl kissing the screen with Santa on it. That's precious. Man.
awesome. That's great. Oh, good. So here comes some. Charlie's in now, and Alan is, and AJ hi, and
Well, they're saying that your camera may be tweaked a little bit too much because your red is looking a lot of orange. So they're asking if you just came in from hunting season.
well, we could have. All right, we're gonna
He
do
does.
this.
He does live in an area where it's a local holiday at the beginning of hunting season. So, I mean, kids stay home, people don't go to work. It's crazy. So,
There, you want it really red?
no, that's too red. Now you look like some alien. That's a little bit better.
How's that?
Perfect.
Is that-
I love it.
I won't drive them crazy, will it?
No, you're
Right,
fine.
that's pretty good. This is using OBS on the fly. Not bad.
So,
Impressive.
Carl, what first inspired you to become Santa Claus?
You know, it's just going back. I had right out of college, I went to work for a company that I worked for 36 and a half years. And in 2014, I was voted off the island as, the music stopped and I didn't have a chair. And found myself rather unexpectedly retiring a little earlier than I wanted to. And I did some contract work for a couple of years, but by 2017, I was retired. And I guess it was 2018, in November of 2018, it was No Shave November. I decided to celebrate and let the beard grow out. And it was the first time I've had facial hair off and on all my life, but it was the first time that I hadn't been trying to darken it. I was embracing the color of my age. And in early 2019, I was kind of was stopping to trim it and seeing what it would look like a little longer. And my middle son, who's an entrepreneur, started saying, people make money off of being Santa Claus. You ought to think about being Santa Claus. I said, I don't want to do that. And by the fall of that year, I did decide to go on Amazon, buy a cheap $80 Santa suit costume, and met kids at the door to give them candy. Surprise, here's Santa giving you candy. And those pictures made it out on social media. And suddenly 3 people from 3 different parts of my life emerged that were desperate for a Santa at the last minute. Their Santa had retired or moved away or whatever. There was different stories. And I very reluctantly gave in to doing 3 things. And I mean, one of the pictures that I sent there, one of the pictures in the video was that first home visit with that first child who was 3 years old. And, I walked in the door to meet a child that I'd never seen in my life, and immediately was greeted with a hug. And it was a little boy that was crazy about Santa, and I got hooked. And I tell people I don't think I ever really understood what a calling was until I experienced being Santa, because I did everything I could to not do that, and it just happened. And as I have taken that journey now over the past 7 seasons, going on number 8. It just, it's the doors have opened to do things that I never imagined I'd be doing, and it's just been a blessing.
So how has portraying Santa changed you then?
That's interesting question. I, I probably others that know me might answer that better than I would. I think that I I find myself I'm I'm a fairly serious guy when I was in business and managing people and working, and but always had a favorable disposition. But I think I try to carry myself a little more jolly, and the things that I observe, the things that excite me are different than they were before. And yet I can take parts of my life that led up to this point and apply them in being Santa, but it's just interesting to imagine. I mean, I look around my desk and it's covered with, all things Santa. I've got a Lego Santa that a child gave me this year.
That's awesome.
I find myself, trying. My degree from Purdue is in animal science, and of course, I tell children it was actually reindeer husbandry, but just the things from a past life that I can apply now, and learning trivia about toys like Legos and all the other stuff. It's just fun.
See, you never thought being Santa, it's always be something that it's always continuous learning, whether it's about toys, about history, just all kinds of fun things. Now, you've been doing this for roughly 8 seasons now. What has been your most rewarding moment you've experienced while portraying Santa?
It's, it's hard because there are so many. There are so many times that it just feels great. But I think not this past season, but season before last, I had the opportunity to do an event at the Ronald McDonald House near the Children's Hospital here. And it was just fascinating to be a part of that and, experience that side of being Santa.
Yeah, cool. So has there been, I know there's times for me where I feel like the child has given me a lesson to learn. Have you ever had that lesson that you received from a child?
We're thinking the chair.
There we go. You're breaking up just a touch, Carl. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry. I didn't touch anything. I'm constantly learning from new things and thinking on my feet, thinking in the chair, as it were. I think of the child last year that was, of an age of, I guess, uncertainty about, where they stand with Santa, and took me aside in an event, and he said, "I know you're not real." He didn't want to reveal that to, anybody around him. And he wanted to persist, and I questioned him, well, tell me, what makes you say that? But, he was evasive. He really didn't want to get into it much, but he wanted to keep hanging around to let me know where he stood. And he said, you'd be a little more convincing if you had a fake reindeer. And I said, well, that's interesting, because when I have real reindeer, why would I want a fake reindeer? It was an interesting exchange. I don't know that either one of us convinced the other, but I'm constantly learning about dealing with this whatever situation comes up, and that what would Santa do mindset.
Yeah, fun.
I like that. You'd be more convincing if you had a fake
Yeah,
reindeer.
it was. I,
My mind was processing that, going, really? That was the reason? It wasn't
Maybe
your beard. It wasn't your buckle was off. That you had a burger stain on the back
yeah,
of your coat or something. You know.
maybe it was the fact that the fake reindeer would have taken away from you. I don't know. That would be kind of a
it
fun
was
thing.
it
Like,
was a fascinating exchange.
That's a hoot.
but going back to the video, you had so many different looks. Now I'm going to do the typical red carpet question, like at the awards. Now, all right, who's your stylist and who makes your suits?
I have I've had the pleasure of being very eclectic. I have a robe and a suit from Santa's Tailor. I have an Angie's Original suit. I have a couple of suits from Adele's of Hollywood, and I've got vests that oh, my mind's going to go blank. Please forgive me. I'm going to forget somebody. That's what I'm afraid I'm going to do. Roberta Wells that
Oh
has
well,
made several vests and shirts that are embroidered beautifully. And like I say, I hope I haven't left anybody out, but
Well, if you did, we'll just say that it was a Santa senior moment.
yeah,
just all the wonderful elves who put together the wardrobes. Now, with all those wardrobes, what inspired you to have so many different looks?
it. I don't know. Maybe just being a little crazy. I certainly, if anybody sees this who's new to being Santa, the red suit, basic red suit, is absolutely the first place you need to go, and get a second one before you go any branch out in any other way, because that's what most of the clients want. You know, I see something I like, and I've added a little bit each year to the wardrobe to have variety.
Yeah,
Now, I know you're located down in the Atlanta area, down in Georgia. Are your suits and different wardrobe pieces, are they modified to actually accommodate for like the humidity and the heat? Because I know you don't get I know it doesn't get as cold as it does up here in the north for like Michael and I.
Oh,
But how do you?
careful now, careful.
Well, we can get. I mean, in the Christmas seasons that I've worked, that I've worked in 70-degree weather, and I've worked in 20-degree weather in just within the season. So it can vary. I The only accommodation that I've really made to weather is the fact that I do have a lot of vests and waistcoat looks that kind of lightens things up, and I have a preference for the natural fabrics. More of the suits are wool or wool blends rather than velvet,
Perfect then.
just because the fabric will breathe a little better. So
Yeah. Now we talk a lot about the heart of a Christmas performer, in the different areas. And is there any special routine in prepping for your season or your events that you go through?
I don't know if I would call it a routine. I kind of I'm in the mindset of what my season is going to be year round. So obviously, I look like this all the time. So, and my circle of friends know what I do. So it's kind of a building mindset. I attend local Santa gatherings as often as I can, and I engage in schools, both virtually and in person, to kind of keep the skill set going. So that, I have props sitting in here, things to practice with, and incorporate into my portrayal of Santa. And it's kind of all of the above, if that makes sense. I've got the books, the references, and different
Well,
things to just try to keep up. I guess.
now speaking of books, because we've been asked in the past to do a show on. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Michael, you started being orange, and now they're saying you look like Elmer Fudd.
All right. I haven't. I've got to try to fix this. All right. If I go blue, it's your fault.
Now you're gonna go Smurf on me.
Wait. Be very, very quiet.
See, all right. Now your shirt looks
Is that a
red.
good
Your
red?
shirt looks red, but you're still you're a little bit better in the face. I think that
Yeah,
kind
I
of
look
looks
like
good.
I have high blood pressure. I'm doing okay though.
All right.
And I think Herbie and I are wearing a little darker red too.
Yeah,
so
I'm wearing more of a burgundy
accentuates
this
the
way.
contrast,
So, I forgot my question.
Well, we were talking about preparation, for the season, and
Right.
then you
Well,
started
look,
laughing. So
it
here,
was
I'll go
something to
ahead.
do with-
I'll
something to do with books that you were.
Oh, that's
thank
what it
you,
was.
Carl.
Dang it, maybe you should be on the show more, Carl. No, a lot of our viewers actually asked Michael and I, what are some of our favorite books? Do you have like a couple books that you want to share the titles with? Something that actually maybe provides inspiration for you, or a history, or something along those lines?
There's, I mean, I've got several, and I almost look at them as reference texts. I'm looking over here. I see the Encyclopedia of Christmas, which is a nice thick book. Gosh, there are several, but none in particular like pop, front of mind. But I treat it kind of as a reference library. Trying to, as it's. I'm count myself a learner in the art of storytelling, and trying to look for original things, but build on the story but keep it real.
Now, Michael, what about you? What are some of your favorite books, real quick?
Some of my favorite books.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't ready to answer that. So
I know.
let me go
You
ahead
can,
and look at that.
for you, you can count the manual for your 3D printer right now.
Right now, that's what I've been reading a lot of X and Y. So I love The Art of Storytelling by John Walsh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, it's just one of those. That was a book that really changed a lot of stuff for me. I got a book by the guy from Veggie Tales on what's Christmas is all about. I'm trying to find the exact name of it, and I know I was like, oh, that was
The Land of Milk and Honey sounds sticky.
well, because it was great because he had Santa in there, but he also had Saint Nicholas stuff in there. So you don't get a lot of books that do that cross through, walking through. And so especially if it was a child's book, children's book, and so. So those are just off the top of my head. The book on Family Virtues Guide. That was been a big influence on me. That's I'm looking at that one right there now. And then Santa Claus, that history one. What was that one where he picked up different characters in history that helped him out, changing things? You know which one I'm talking about?
It sounds like the theme of the Voyagers TV show, but
here it is, the autograph of Santa Claus.
oh, okay, that one. That's a good one too.
I've got that
Actually,
one.
hey, guess what? That was the one that was right there on my desk.
You've got that one too. It's right here in hunting season.
All right, so why don't we go ahead and take a break, and we can, because we were talking about wardrobes. Why don't we go ahead and run Santa LLC commercial? Everybody can get a quick little drink, and we'll be back really quickly with more questions.
Since 1948, one suit defined Santa. Designed by Charles W. Howard and worn by the world-famous Santa Claus School. Worn for presidents, movies, parades, and the most magical moments in families' lives. This is not a costume, but finely tailored, hand-sewn clothing made in the USA. With expert cleaning, restoration, and storage services available, Santa & Company LLC makes Santa magical.
Are you going crazy managing clients, contracts, and invoices? Kringle Tracker is here to help you. Stay organized with ease. Keep your sanity in check with Kringle Tracker's intuitive tools to effectively manage your schedule and clients. Our seamless, customizable contract system allows you to tailor your contracts to you and your clients' needs. Prepare for tax time like a pro by tracking your income and expenses and generate reports to make it a breeze. Transform your claws business by signing up for a free 20-day trial. Kringle Tracker was created by a claws for the claws community so you can focus on making magical memories for your clients. Head over to kringletracker.com and sign up for your free trial today.
We're back.
See, even Carl's got the book. So again, not pushing a book, but this is the book we're all talking about right there.
I loved how they took the history of different characters and blended them in. You know what I mean? Because for me, that kind of represent how the spirit of Christmas lives in all of us, and it just generates and generates and generates. But that's book review kind of topic, you know.
Well, you know, I mean, and you guys, we could talk. I just want to throw this in, and we could get everybody's opinion on this. Really, truthfully, as claws performers, we become more of stewards or guardians of the tradition, and every year we just keep building on that same tradition. I mean, when you first look at like St. Nicholas, I mean, really truthfully is when St. Nicholas goes through the streets of the Netherlands, where does he come from? He comes from Spain on a boat.
Yeah. Okay.
So again, you're trying to see how he comes from Spain and goes into the Netherlands, but then he actually started in Turkey. I mean, so you start looking at kind of a different things in the world there, but it is interesting. But you know what? That's for a whole other show.
If I take the hat off, does that help?
It does help.
There, I'm hatless. You can see my shiny spot now. Yeah.
So far, you've been called a fan of the Tennessee Volunteers.
Yep.
Now, Pat says now you're a Texas Longhorn. So, and other people think you're still hunting because we're having this whole thing about duck season, rabbit season, duck season.
Too funny.
All right.
All right. So let's do this. Since we talk about one of the things we talk about, you know, in the heart of a Christmas performer is props. You know, I love props and love making things and doing stuff. So, do you have a favorite Santa prop that's a major go-to for you that works really well?
I have a couple of things that I always keep in the bag. And in fact, the times that I left them out, I would have family say, "Oh, did you bring this from last?" You know, they want to see it again, and it's my magical version of Night Before Christmas. You know, it has such beautiful illustrations.
Yes, I love them.
Oh no! Well, of course we can magically make.
Oh, you got the words. But Santa, where's the
yes.
Oh, there they are.
And this, I mean, I've worn one out and replaced it, and I also have Larry Talbot has a blank version. So once I have done this, you know, I'll put this back in my bag, and if somebody's still questioning, well, I'll pull out the alternate book and say, "Here, you give it a try."
Nice. I like that idea.
It's fun. I have a couple of adults that are just mesmerized with how does that trick work.
You know, with those flip books like that, I get more adults that want to know how it worked than kids do.
Yes. Yeah. And then I have my magic nice list that I've carried with me for years, which I always say, you know, I bring the nice list with me. I don't carry the naughty list because it's too big and bulky. But the nice list is small and convenient. So let's see if you're on it. Ooh. And then I say, of course, you can't read it because it's written in invisible elf ink. So only I can read it. And even if you could read, it's written in Elfish. And I'll say, now, there is a way to find your name. But you have to close your eyes really tight and imagine in your heart where your name is. And with your eyes closed, reach out and touch the book. And we'll see if your name's there. Michael, you want to give it a try? Okay, let me see. Do you spell your name with an X?
No, Santa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just struggling translating from the Elfish. You're right there. You're on the nice list.
Say,
With,
I
with the, with
go
the
on, you're
older
on.
children, I like to say, now it's got a Z in the middle, right? Or, something.
See, that's a different twist on how to do that, and then use that light up book like that, because I never thought about doing that before.
Yeah, I like that idea. It's
I
a
mean,
nice
Yeah,
alternative.
it's the imagine. And then, of course, if you've got a large group of children, when some of the older children go, and they're all doing it in front of each other, one of the older children that I can tell will get the joke when they get their eyes closed and start to point. I'll move the book out of the
You can
way.
catch and see who's cheating.
And
Nice.
it's just
That's a good take.
so it makes it with a group of children. It's something that I can stretch out and do some different things with, and I will quite often say, partly because I don't necessarily hear all the details, how do you spell your name? I'll ask, how do you spell your name? And then I look and say, no Z or no X, Oh, okay.
Pat Wesson wants to know where you purchased that book from.
This one I got from Amazon. I have a different, newer version that I got from Stuff for Santa. It's called a book light. There's nothing Santa about this particular one. They come in different sizes. They're rechargeable. This one just glows the one color. It also makes a very nice effect with photography.
Yeah, my photographer loves it.
The uplit Santa and child's face with an otherwise darker background. So I just have to make sure and keep it charged through the season.
Nice.
I don't want to forget. I do have one other prop that I.
Ah, yeah, baby. Woo-hoo!
Oh my goodness. For all those that don't know, that was created by Michael Howell. It's the reindeer odor obliterator.
Nice.
Well,
And Joe's making a new batch for me, so if you're interested, let me know.
I may need a second one as popular as this is.
Too fun.
Another couple of things that I carry in my bag, not prop wise, but it's two things that I don't hear talked about much that come in really handy. Is I always keep a roll of red gaffer's tape.
Oh, interesting.
And gaffer's tape is what the guys use to tape down the cords going to electrical things or whatever. You can't imagine the number of times it's kind of handy to have a piece of tape that will, if there's a cord string across the ground with a photographer or something like that, that's going to be a trip hazard, and by being red, it's very Santa-like to.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So this is always with me. And then I have my, this is a portable, battery-powered, rechargeable fan.
Ooh.
It will sit on the floor.
With a selfie stick.
It's like a selfie stick, but
that telescopic, you can put it right at the right height to get that little airflow.
I can turn it on low, and now I'm getting a little airflow. You don't hear anything. It's virtually silent.
Nice.
And you were asking me before about accommodations for the climate. This is my accommodation for the climate.
Yeah.
It will oscillate.
Georgia does get a little bit warmer than where we're at.
Yeah, and but if one is in a warm indoor, and when I collapse it up, this is it.
Nice. That's sweet. That'd be a nice thing to have in the bag.
It's another Amazon find.
Perfect. So again, something you can find on Amazon.
Yeah, and it just very handy.
And Michael Jeff Ouellette says he needs one of the roos.
Oh, all right. I was thinking, I wasn't sure if it was a roux or if it was the fan. Because I'm thinking I need the fan.
Oh, trust me, I need the fan too.
Oh, you have lots of fans. No.
Well, that just goes back to I don't like wearing the full suit. It's more of a tuxedo. Thank you, Charlie.
There it is. I knew Charlie was
on the ball.
I knew it.
in the chat, especially for Pat out there, Charlie put in the link on eBay for the laid up book that you may be able to look for it or at least get some information to do your own search for it.
Thank you,
So
Charlie.
again, thank you, Charlie. Now, Carl, in your opinion, I mean, somebody that's been doing this for, like I said, 8 seasons, what advice would you give to someone considering becoming a professional Santa?
A couple of things. I can tell you that in my experience as Santa, my walk as Santa, the vast majority of the folks that I have worked with were folks that had not had a Santa before. But every now and then, somebody will reach out to me, and you can tell they've had a Santa before. And I always ask them, what caused you to reach out to me? The thing I hear almost every time is Santa didn't smile.
Oh.
So the thing I would tell somebody coming in is smiling is the absolute most important thing that you're going to do, other than just have a general jolly disposition. And the fact that we cover up our mouths with a lot of stuff puts a burden on us to smile even more,
Yeah.
for our face to be lit up. And I would, and we touched on it a bit earlier talking about wardrobe. I would tell somebody new, what you need is a decent, but doesn't have to be exceptional red Santa suit. And you need a decent, not exceptional pair of red leather boots and a red leather belt and that jolly disposition and smile, and you've got everything you need to get started.
Well, considering smiling, I think it's time for our dad joke for the night.
You want to see do the judge? Perfect.
I've decided to start raising reindeer. I want to make racing reindeer. That's right. I'm trying to make a fast buck.
See, Carl even has a book all about
Oh,
that.
look at that. Oh, Carl. All right. Give us
What
one.
does Santa say? What does Santa say when he's walking backwards?
Oh my goodness. I apologize to everyone for this. But just to let you know, so don't forget, nobody gets lost in here. If you're interested in a roux or any of the things that Carl showed, you can always reach out to us by our email. You can
bring it up for us.
Thank you. You can reach us at the Kringle Brothers 2@gmail.com, and we'll answer any of your questions or give you any information. The reason I brought this up, Michael, Santa Ron Guler would need a roux. Jeff Ouellette needs a roux. So you have a couple people that want roux already. So
Awesome. Yeah, we'll get it to you. Jeff, I'll bring it to Red Suit. That'll save some postage.
perfect.
Since we're here, we might as well go ahead and say this. If you would, if you've listened this long to us, you need to just go ahead and subscribe and like us. So subscribe to our YouTube channel at Kringle Brothers, or please hit the follow link on our Facebook page. We would appreciate it.
We have some fun shows coming up here in the future, and some ones that you might find interesting as well too. But we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah, we'll save it a little bit. So
now, Carl, you've done. Going back to your video, you've done some amazing things. Not just as Santa with the parades and the restaurants, but how many game shows have you been on?
I have had the opportunity to appear on 4 game shows.
Okay, well, I saw The Weakest Link.
Yes.
What were the other 3?
The Scrambled Up. I appeared twice, and then The Perfect Line.
Wow.
Now, those 2 latter ones, the opportunity with Weakest Link was shot in 2022 and aired in 2023. It was a network evening, big hour-long thing. Scrambled Up and The Perfect Line were all shot last year. They are daytime game shows that play in syndication and on the game show network. So but what I have learned is that kind of once you get in the club of a game show contestant, the casting agencies kind of circle back to you.
Oh,
And
wow.
one kind of dominoed into the others. And the Perfect Line, Deborah Norville is the host, and it was a new show this year. Aired on the Game Show Network. It was a lot of fun. Of course, I'm playing as Carl, but I'm wearing red in my appearances, and the topic comes up of what I do. And the game shows are very careful to represent, Carl is an ambassador for Santa Claus. If children see the show, they're not going to
Right.
have any confusion about what's going on. But it is something that we have fun to play on. Scrambled Up, I happened to be on the second episode that was filmed and aired, and then was invited back as a returning contestant on a later show. So, but these are operations where they're filming 6 or 7 shows in a day. They're 30 minutes long. You're brought in with a large cattle call, and they're moving like clockwork. It's amazing to watch them work.
Now, Pat, one of our viewers, Pat, wants to know: did you win anything?
I did not. I had great fun.
They didn't even feed you?
They feed you, and
good.
they take care of you. I mean, the Weakest Link was filmed in Hollywood, so it was a all expense paid trip to Hollywood. But I didn't come with any prize winnings, and the ones that filmed here in Atlanta, of course, were all on my own. And I think one time I didn't even get lunch because I was done by lunchtime. It's a very early call day, and they're knocking them out 30-minute shows at a time and as fast as they can.
See, now, if I could have any game show that I would want to go on Family Feud with other Santas. I would just think that would be so much fun.
We need to pitch that maybe, because that's filmed here in Atlanta as well, and as are a number of shows. And I was mentioning to you in the green room before, the local news here tells us that Shark Tank is moving their production to Atlanta for this next season. So
that would be fun. I just think it would be fun. It'd be one of the typical, they do in the movie, doctor.
Santa.
Father Claus, and here's my brother. Well, his name's not Daryl, but we'll go by Chris.
But could you just picture this? You have the Claus family. So you got Santa, Mrs. Claus, maybe throw in Fred, Buddy the elf, his wife, versus all the elves on the other side.
I figured I could play that game.
when we did that episode of Weakest Link, it was a special holiday edition. So there were 4 Santas, a Mrs. Claus, an elf, and 2 carolers.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh, nice.
That were playing against one another.
See, Santa Allen from Virginia says the Santa Squad was talking about doing the Family Feud.
Oh, fun.
See? Lots of fun things out there.
Lots of good things.
Now, besides the game shows, what other media type stuff have you done, Carl?
I've had the opportunity to do 4 commercials. Now, I don't want to oversell that, because the first one was actually a spec commercial that I did. It was right after I came back from filming Weakest Link. I got kind of the bug to see what there was to do, and right after Christmas, I came upon somebody that was doing a spec commercial and was looking for a Santa Claus, and I got the part. And that was my first experience of shooting one. Now, it never made it to air. It's spec commercials are a way for film students to kind of show off their capabilities. But it was a Coca-Cola commercial, so it was they try to pick iconic brands when they're doing it to make build on their visibility.
Makes sense. Atlanta, the headquarters of Coke. So
But you're right there.
That led, and there's a brief clip in the video you showed that I did a commercial for Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. And what was interesting about that one is the casting call, they were looking for farmers for a Christmas commercial that would be filmed at a Christmas tree farm. And I submitted as to be a farmer, and got asked to submit an audition. And in the video audition, I wore a red shirt, a red ball cap, and just said, "We've got the best Christmas trees here this side of the North Pole. I've got that on good authority." And well, I got a call, I don't know, a week or so later from the casting agent, and they said, Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance has decided they would like to have a Santa Claus in their commercial. Do you have a Santa Claus outfit? And I said, "Oh, do I?"
Would you like to see my wardrobe? Now, since we're talking, because Pat also came back, were you in any films? The question I now have is, now all this was all done on your own. You don't have an agent. You don't have anybody else facilitating you from this media work. You go out and you find open casting calls and you submit your tape. You submit everything that goes forward. You don't work with an agent or anything else like that.
At this time, no, I have not. I've not worked with. The acting opportunity. I've just kind of been plodding my way through, and been fortunate enough. Obviously, when you look like we look, it kind of limits. They're not going to cast me in a romantic lead for something. It's going to.
You know what? Hallmark does some amazing things. You never know.
You never know. It's something that I dabble in, and sometimes. I filmed a short film earlier this year where I am playing the role of Santa Claus. It's in a proof of concept film. Okay. So the filmmakers have put together a short film that illustrates a bigger story that they want to tell. So you're never going to see me on a screen in a theater. But it builds on my resume, because now I've got, and I'll eventually have some bits of that film to build on and show, just like the bits of commercial that were in the video you showed. And it's a lot of that kind of stuff. But.
And it helps a different set of skills. It's a different set of skill sets. I've told people, kind of thing, when you record, going in and recording a music album and then doing it live on stage, two different completely skill sets. So it's great that you have that, because it's improving that skill set, And
it's good. It's a great way, because a good bit of what I've done in that regard, I'm working with student filmmakers or very young filmmakers, a lot of energy, a lot of different stuff to pick up on, and again, building on skills of staying in character, doing a role, and it keeps me out of trouble in the off season. So
it's well, I guess you could take this for a kernel of wisdom here is don't limit yourself. Take every opportunity, because you never know. Like you said, you were auditioning for a farmer, but kind of put a twist on it, and next thing you know is you change the entire concept of what they were looking for in the commercial itself.
And it was a background role. I didn't speak.
Right.
It's not big money, but it was a great opportunity. And now the unique thing about being a background player in a commercial that has families in it, so there are children there. From the time I arrived on set until the time I left, when I was not on camera as Santa, I had to be Santa off camera.
Yeah. Right.
Because the children were believers, and the moment they showed up, it was...
You were instantly on all the time.
Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah, good word.
Now, as we're talking about media, I just want to say this one. Santa John out there says, some of us could do a revival of the Dirty Dozen.
That would be
Now,
fun.
he said that, and let me just tell you immediately how my mind worked. I was just thinking, it'd be kind of fun what that concept is if you actually got 12 Christmas performers. Each one takes a different type of role. So you would have Santa, Saint Nicholas, Dead Morose, La Befania, all the gift givers all team up for an adventure.
Well, remember they did that with Tim Allen in
Yeah.
Yep,
series.
exactly. But could you imagine doing like an action film, kind of how they did, like what was that, Violent Night or whatever it was that they just came out with? It was like the Santa Die Hard movie or something like that.
Well, or yeah, that latest Red One.
Yeah, Red One would
Yeah,
be another one with
J.K.
The Rock.
Well, Herbie, let's give thanks and get a chance for someone to take something home.
All right, so we're gonna go move into trivia. Okay, so
All right.
as we're pulling up the trivia, you can
Hang on,
run the
hold it.
video.
Don't say it yet. Let's do this first.
Since its founding in 2004, Santa's Closet has been committed to providing unique, high-quality accessories for Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the entire Claus community. Our mission is to deliver exceptional customer service and outstanding value, offering competitive pricing and a wide selection of products designed to enrich the Claus experience.
Hey,
All
thank
right,
you, Santa
so-
Closet, for all you do for the community.
Yes,
Yes,
Wade and
very
Scarlett, you are amazing. Now, remember the rules for trivia. You guys who have been with us for a while already know these. For those who are first-time viewers or listeners, always remember, we cannot ship internationally. So if you live in Canada, Mexico, or New Zealand, Australia, etc., unfortunately, you can't participate unless you have somebody here in the States who you could provide a address for, that we can send it and they can actually forward it to you.
Wouldn't it be
two,
great if they knew somebody to send it to a relative here and then they took it to them personally? That would be awesome.
well, with all the people, I mean, look at the Ho Ho Holy Land Santa.
I know.
He's always coming in. They could just hold stuff because
Now, if you win, and if you'd like me to deliver it, as long as you buy my plane ticket, I'd be more than happy to deliver.
in other words, he'd get on his reindeer with his sleigh and come and visit you.
All right.
Unfortunately, that sleigh's name is Delta. But if you've won
right.
within the last 8 weeks, you are not eligible to participate at this time. If you are tonight's winner, please use our email address of kringlebrothers2@gmail.com and give us your name, your shirt size, and your mailing address so we can forward to Wade and Scarlett so they can bring up a wonderful surprise to you. All right, Michael,
Are you ready?
I think tonight's trivia is a fun one. I
right,
am
get your
looking at
eyeballs on the
YouTube
comments.
and Facebook, and I'm set.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. In which ocean is Christmas Island found? I always say Christmas Island is the very first place that I deliver gifts to. Which ocean is Christmas Island found?
I hear a lot of typing out there.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, Mike C., you're almost close.
Close. Close, but no candy cane.
It's kind of like a hook. Okay, well, we got multiple that came in really quickly here. Let's dissect these really quick because, let's see here, our winner of today is, all right, John. I can never pronounce your last name, John, so forgive me. Schnegelberger.
So which ocean is the Christmas Island found? In the Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean. So just,
That's a good one.
that was all right. Never mind. That we go later. So please just remember first and last name, your address, and your shirt size. Send it to kringlebrothers2@gmail.com, and we will forward that information to Wade at Santa's Closet. And Wade is awesome, and he will get that out right away.
Yes, he will. Sorry, I got to type this. So go ahead, Michael.
Go ahead. Oh, all right. So I wanted to almost go into SpongeBob there. He lives in an ocean. All right, never mind. Okay,
That's
so
all right.
What qualities, Carl, do you think makes a great Santa? You've done so many things, So
Well, I think the flexibility, the being able to adapt to the circumstance, but always being jolly. And there's a lot of the practical things about being prompt and organized and understanding. When you do, what I do, and I think you all do, is a number of events. You're traveling around. You're not in one place, so you have to kind of keep your act together. And but the smiling and the jolliness is absolutely first and foremost, and adopting that mentality of being every child's grandparent, because that really is where the Santa and Mrs. Claus personas kind of fit.
Yeah.
That loving elder, and parents correct, but grandparents don't. You get away with everything, right? So that's kind of the Santa role too.
Well, we have some fun questions to ask you. A little speed around here.
Okay.
All right, you got your sheet up there, Herbie. And
I know, which ones are we doing? Are we doing the Christmas questions? Or are we doing Frosty
the
Facts
Frosty
Face
Facts.
Off?
We didn't know that. Which ones would you like to do?
All right, let's do the guess question.
All right. So, Christmas tree, real or fake?
Fake.
Okay, Christmas tree lights, clear or multicolor, blinking or solid?
We have 3 Christmas trees, all fake. We have a vintage aluminum tree with a spinning light in one room. We have a 9-foot tree with multicolor lights that fade out and fade back, don't blink, but they twinkle. And then our living room tree is all white lights, and it also is variable. So it has a number of, they're LED lights and kind of modern, do a lot
So he
of stuff.
covers the spectrum.
Yeah. So, tree topper, angel, star, or something else?
Angel in one room, star in the other room.
All right, favorite Christmas song?
Ooh, that one's tough. I think Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, as was originally performed by Judy Garland in the movie Me in St. Louis, is a very touching secular song. And, there are lots of the songs at church are wonderful, but you can't beat Silent Night by Candlelight on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Your favorite Christmas movie?
It's a one. Well, I'm going to say It's a Wonderful Life, but it's between that and the original Miracle on 34th Street.
Favorite cookie?
The next one.
I've never heard that answer. I gotta remember that. That's awesome. Well, Carl, thanks so much for coming on and sharing your wisdom and your journey into the red suit. We so appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys.
Oh, perfect. I'm just going through real quickly, seeing if there's any questions we may have missed. I don't think so. I think we covered everything. Carl, in closing,
aren't you glad? We're going orange. Get it? Orange, you glad? All right, never mind.
Orange.
Okay. All right.
anyway,
I got so much orange in it now that I was just like,
I think
all right,
you've
let's do
juiced all you
orange,
can out of that joke.
oh my God, now we're going into puns. All right, so
Okay.
but aren't you glad I didn't have that? You pretty much okay? Yes,
Well,
we
let's
had
do
it.
thank yous. We got a lot of
Yeah.
people to thank. So thank you for Bob and Angie and everyone there, Spangle, and at the T&L Network. We appreciate you very much for the opportunity to come.
Thank you to our contributors, Larry Talbert, Santa Roger Mitten, Wade and Scarlett, and of course, Santa Carl for joining us today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so much. And a huge thank you to our lovelies, Stacy and Linda. Without you, Well, we wouldn't. Yeah, let's not go there.
I would still be in bed sick. And to you, all our viewers, thank you so much for spending an hour with us. I hope you actually gleaned something from our conversation with Santa Blue Eyes. Santa Carl from Georgia here. And also, too, as always, remember,
may all your days and your heart shine bright.
And may the magic of Christmas fill every aspect of your life.
And remember, be good for goodness sake.
And always spread joy and share kindness to all you see.
Blessings, everyone. Thanks so much.
And good night to all. We're back for the after party.
After party. All right, Carl, you got your book. Would you like to give us one more dad joke as we leave?
Ooh, let me see. Because I have dad jokes, the Christmas edition.
They got special for that one.
We got to look for that one.
Why did the Christmas cookie go to the doctor?
Because it had a bite out of him.
Bite, no, crumble.
He was feeling Mary crumble.